Haven't I told you that they always take girls with curly hair?
They never choose boys if they are girls with curly hair. Is there anyone in the world who would like a boy with straight hair? Just one, only one person, somewhere, far, far away, behind the bend. I know what to do. I have to venture into the world and find parents myself.
What are you saying? What parents?
It was hard for him to understand.
Those parents who might want me. If they have got no other choices, they will choose me, even though I haven't got curly hair.
You must be joking. Don't be silly, Rasmus. Why don't you go to Miss Hawk and say, I'm not going to work in the potato field until I find someone who might want you?
Don't be silly. You have to run away.
All right, run away then. You'll probably come back when you're hungry. Let's play with a ball. You aren't going to run away, are you?
Anyway, I'm going to run away tonight. Would you like to come with me?
Don't be silly. Why am I supposed to run?
I want to find a new place to live.
If you really want to, then go away. I'll feel sorry for you when you come back.
I will never come back here.
Rasmus shivered. He has lived in Westerhag for a long time. He has never known a different house of different mother than Mr. Hag.
I will never come back here.
If Gunnar doesn't go with him, he will probably never see him again. This is the worst part. Just amazing. Rasmus will never see Gunnar again. Gunnar, Rasmus' best friend. They have always sat next to each other. They have always sat at the same desk.
Gunnar, do you really want to stay here in Westerhag?
We will talk about it when you come back.
Everyone is sleeping. Rasmus puts on his clothes quickly. His heart is pounding. His legs are trembling. He puts his hand into his pocket. There is the seashell and the coin. 5 ore. That is not much, but he will always be able to buy a few rolls or a little milk. He was going to leave the seashell behind and give it to Gunnar as a souvenir from his lost childhood. When he wakes up the next morning, Rasmus will no longer be there, but there will be a beautiful seashell lying next to his door.
Rasmus is on the wet grass. His feet are cold. The night air is cold, but it is the air of freedom. Yes, the air of freedom. He is free at last.
Is anybody here?
Rasmus shivered when he heard the voice he had known so well.
He couldn't say a word. He just kept staring at the dark figure in the window. He thought she was looking strange at him. He waited to be called by name by her.
She didn't do it. Suddenly she closed the window and disappeared in the room. Rasmus heaved a sigh of relief. He couldn't see her figure in the room. Now she lit the lamp, and in its twinkling light he noticed the shadow on the wall covered with the wallpaper with blue flowers and a big photo of the royal family. He will never see either the photo or the picture of Jesus and the plate hanging on the opposite wall. He really wanted to go away, but he couldn't move until the shadow twinkled in the room on the wall.
What a strange feeling to stand there and look at Miss Hawk, who doesn't know about it. Goodbye, my dear Miss Hawk. If only you had cursed me that night, I would have stayed.
Rasmus began to run. He ran on the wet grass between apple trees, only he ran at the gate. There was a winding road ahead of him. He kept running.
I am not afraid to walk on the green path.
He was there alone. He wasn't used to such silence.
The silences of the cold summer night. The sky was filled with stars. There was no wind. He had never experienced such a night before, only his own dreams. He felt frightened, but he did not stop running.
I feel hungry. I'm cold and tired.
Suddenly, he sees a small grey sheet. The sheet where Vagabond like sleeping. It is in the middle of the meadow and even touch its grey. It looks very welcoming. At this time of the year, such sheets are full of hay.
He is woken up by the blade of hay tickling his nose. He suddenly remembers why he is here. He starts crying, feeling sad and lonely. He has already missed Wosterhag, Ghana, the warm bed and the morning oatmeal. He missed the orphanage as if it was the paradise lost. Nothing was worse than being alone in the world, feeling cold and hungry.
The weather was beautiful. It was sunny. When Rasmus was in the shed, he heard something. Someone was there next to him. Someone was also sleeping in the same sheet last night. Then he noticed someone's head with curly hair sticking out of the haystacks. Someone was sleeping there.
Rasmus saw a man. He was unshaven. There was a bored smile on his face. This stranger did not seem dangerous at all.
Why are you so frightened? What is your name?
Rasmus.
Have you run away from home?
No, not from home.
Rasmus was convinced that he was telling the truth. Westerhag was not his real home. He would never run away from his real home.
And you? Have you run away from home?
Yes, I have.
So you're a vagabond, aren't you?
My name is Oscar. A vagabond, you said. Well, yes, I am a vagabond. Now it's time for breakfast.
Rasmus felt hungry too.
I have got a bottle of milk somewhere next to the shed. Now it's time for a tasty breakfast.
The vagabond was eating. Rasmus caught the slice of bacon on the slice of bread, and he considered bacon to be the best thing in the world.
You probably don't want such an ordinary slice of bread with bacon, do you? Such boys like you are probably used to eating oatmeal with raisins for breakfast.
Can I have a slice of bread with bacon, please?
Here you are, and have some milk too.
Oscar, I would like to be a vagabond too.
No, such boys like you shouldn't not be vagabond. Such boys like you should sit at home with their mothers and fathers.
But I have got neither a father nor a mother. But I am looking for a mother and a father. Can't I just wander with you while looking for a mother and a father?
Who are you looking for?
Someone who might want a boy with straight hair. Do you think there is a family that might want a boy with straight hair?
Yes, I'm sure that there will be a family that wants a boy with straight hair. Can you tell me where you're from?
I am from Westerhag, from the orphanage, but I don't want to come back there.
Rasmus seemed to have forgotten that he used to miss the orphanage. Now he knew that all he wanted was to go with Oscar, who he had met only an hour ago.
Why did you run away? Did you get into trouble?
Yes, I poured some water on Miss Hawke.
Since you did not steal anything, you can go with me. You can walk with me for a while and we will see if we get on well with each other.
Thank you, dear Oscar. I feel good being together with you.
And that is how they started the journey. They walked and walked. Oscar was singing. They stopped at the sunny clean surah that bashes.
You can lie down here.
Oscar, will you definitely not go away when I am asleep?
Sleep, sleep.
Rasmus fell asleep. Oscar covered him with his jacket. Rasmus did not feel cold anymore. He lost leaning on the soft herbs. He could smell the herbs and the bushes.